Hey golf fans, this is early 1981 and welcome back to the Golf Club 2019. Today we are going to be playing and reviewing the Conservatory LiDAR. This one was designed by Major High. This is an RCR. It has been a long time since we've played on RCR, so let's get into this one. As you can see, fairways are firm, greens are firm, green speed's fast. We have 4 tee options. We're playing off the black tees, which are playing 7,779 yards. And as always, for camera flyby purposes, pin set number 1. Let's get into this then, guys. So, as I stated, this is an RCR and it is situated at Hammock Beach. It has nearly 76 acres of man-made lakes and 3 water features. 2 Carolina-style creeks wind next to the greens, and a large stunning waterfall serves as a natural water treatment system. With 6 tee boxes at each hole, the third is playing at 7,746 yards. The course will accommodate all skill levels. 140 bunkers of coquina shell and white bunker sand dot the course. Watson also added 3 sod face bunkers, a nod to his affinity for British links golf. So as you've seen from the camera flyover there, what a beautiful looking opening hole this par 4 is, playing 449 yards. Stroke index 9, oh, not the best of swings to start us off, but plenty of fairway to work with down the left hand side. But I have read great things about this Tom Watson design course, and I'm absolutely delighted we found it on the Golf Club 2019. So we do have 136 yards. We've got a tough lie at our feet. Ball's going to shoot left. Wind should bring us back to the right. Greens are firm and fast, so just lofting up this pitch and wedge and see if we can get this close to the pin. That's a far better swing line. Wind's pushing us back to the right hand side. This should start to work towards the pin if it sits. It has sat down. Expected that to feed back towards the pin a little bit. Down that little slope and the way it was breaking, but it wasn't to beat. So we've got a tricky 8-footer. This one's down 1 inch. Green speeds are 171. This is a tricky putt here. It needs to turn, and it does turn. And we do pick up a birdie here on the first hole. The Conservatory LiDAR. So hole number 2, par 4, playing 442 yards, stroke index 13. Wow, the lights in here is absolutely sublime. And what a beautiful looking hole this is once again. And it is a par 4, playing 442 yards. This is just such a stunning looking course. Like I say, it's been a while since we've played an RCR. And I can tell from hole 2, this one's going to be an absolute pleasure to play. It's another better swing as well, and that should find us right in the centre of this fairway. May slow down a bit on this uphill bump, but we are going to be way past 300 yards. 318 yards we've boomed that. And once again, that leaves us a wedge into these greens. 117 yards, up 9 feet, 6 mile per hour wind. Coming down to the sand wedge. Ball's going to shoot to the right off our feet. So just de-lofting this a good bit. Once again, I have enabled a few of the features, guys. Oh, that's an absolute laser beam. Oh, this should be all over it. This should bounce out firm for me. And we have fired that right at the flagstick in green number 2. I did say in the last video that we are going to alternate now. Some rounds will enable our swing line, some rounds will disable it, some rounds will enable our lie grid at our feet like we have done there. The only thing that I do keep off now is the aiming reticle. And hole number 3 is a par 3, playing 203 yards. Toughest hole on the course, coming in at stroke index 1. I never find these accurate. I always struggle to believe that par 3s are the hardest hole on the course. But that's a brutal pin position here. It's going to be so hard to get this close. I'm just looking, with the wind behind me, just going to de-loft this 5-iron, looking to use the slope before the pin, just to hold this ball up. We're swinging well. Should start to turn towards the flagstick here. This could be a really good shot. Is it going to sit? Oh, it's just trickling on a bit. But that is such a tough pin to get near. I think we've gave ourselves a good effort there. I've left ourselves a 19-foot putt. It is uphill. This one's going to turn to the right. So we can attack this quite aggressively here. I tell you what, that's online. Oh, wired that looked in all the way. And unfortunately, it didn't drop, but we do pick up a solid par there. Considering it's labelled as the toughest hole in the course, par's good. And that is the first par of the round. We do remain at 2 under par. Hole number 4, long par 5, playing 616 yards, stroke index 11. But wow, what a beautiful looking hole this is. This is just a stunning course. I'm so impressed with this. Major High is clearly invested a lot of time into this. Yes, we know he's using LiDAR. I think the LiDAR data that he used was really good quality. It was level 1 and 3D EP, which is that 3D elevation program. The greens and fairways are completely untouched. So let's see if we can get a good tee shot here. Swinging well. The wind's just going to move us round to the centre off the fairway. A lot of people still think, oh, because he's using, it's a LiDAR course, there's still a lot of work to be put in. I guarantee probably still put in about 60 to 80 hours to recreate this course with the use of LiDAR. Oh, 2-wood didn't come off well, sounded heavy, wasn't the cleanest of swings. It's gotten up there though. This is a monster par 5. We should be right in line with the flagstick here for this pitch shot. Gap wedge, 72 yards, up 2 feet. Wind shouldn't really affect me too much here. The slope's going to take us to the right a tiny bit. I just want this to check up, run up towards the pin. Beautiful execution, by the way. The green starts to turn to the right here, so if this sits, it's going to be a good shot. It is a very good shot, and we're probably looking about a 3 to 4 foot putt for the birdie. 4-footer. This would put us to 3 under par through the front 4 holes. And we do drop it and move to 3 under par through 4 holes. But what a stunning course so far. He used the pin placements also for actual tournament locations. I think the tournaments that are hosted here is the American Athletic Conference Championship. I don't think there's much else that has been hosted on this course to my research. But from what I've seen, this course should be hosting PGA Tour events. It is a stunning course. So hole 5, par 4, playing 461 yards. Fairways have got lots of slopes, hills, bumps on them, which I do like. The wind should start to take that round. But cosmetically, this course is absolutely beautiful. From what I've seen, sculpting's really good as well. Such a clean looking course. I love the fact that there's water surrounded on the majority of these holes that we've come across so far. It's going left. Swing line there, just off the thin bar there due to the amount of loft we put onto that. And we've been punished with that. So we've got a chip shot here. It's the first green I think we've missed. Hopefully we can get this close. Is that going to run out? No, it checks up for me. Didn't run out as much as I would have liked. Probably looking at a tricky 6-foot putt here just to save par. 5-footer. Not much in this one. And we do stroke that home for the par.
And that'll keep you at 3 under for the round.
So we do remain at 3 under. Hole number 6 is a par 4, playing 478 yards, stroke index 7. Once again, absolute beautiful looking hole. We've got that water winding through, I think, the majority of the holes that we've played so far. Plenty of bunkers in play as well. These bunkers here are certainly in play with dirty swing lines, or poor swings. I'm just looking to come down the left centre of this fairway. Push that slightly right at the top of my downswing. But we do find prime location, and it should be about a 9 iron into this 6 iron. Okay, so we're a lot further away than I expected there. I was expecting about a 9 to 8 iron. We do have a 7 mile per hour wind on our face here. So just de-lofting this 6 iron. We've got to remember the greens are firm and fast. Green breaks to the right, so looking to send this down towards the left hand side of the flagstick. It's a good strike. Has it got the yardage to get up here? I think it has. This could be decent. Should start to work its way towards the pin. And what a fantastic shot that is, guys. We've done exactly what we said we tried to do, and we're going to be rewarded with a little 3-footer tap-in putt for birdie. This would move us to 4 under par. So we do convert that birdie putt, and it's a good solid start to the round. We are at 4 under through the front 6 holes, and we do move on to hole number 7, which is going to be a par 4, playing 441 yards, stroke index 15. But talk about eye candy. This is a very attractive looking golf course. I mean, one thing that I've noticed, and we've got to remember this is a golf game. Some folk are going to say, how'd you get to the next tee box? I'm looking at the greens and I'm not seeing any cart paths or pathways to get you to that next tee. But for me, that's irrelevant. I'm not going to take that into consideration, really. It's a good swing, wind's picking up, and that ball's going to move to the right centre of this fairway. But no one can deny what a beautiful looking course this is. For me, so far, it's played really, really well. A lot of risk-reward shots so far in the first 7 holes. So 124 yards up 5 feet, 10 mile per hour diagonal wind. This is one of these winds that sometimes affects you, sometimes doesn't distance-wise. But I'm lofting down on this gap wedge. It's a laser beam. Wind's taking us round. Yardage is good. Is it going to sit? It does sit. Wind took me a little bit more than I expected there. But like I say, that's that wind that's kind of unpredictable. But once again, we have been rewarded with a makeable birdie putt here from 10 feet. It's breaking both ways, this one. Just taking my time in this. Should hold its line. Does hold its line right into the heart of the cup. And we pick up another birdie. And we move to 5 under par. Hole number 8, par 3, playing 202 yards, stroke index 3. This looks like it could be an island green here. So there's a pathway there taking you to the green. So I do like that. But what a beautiful looking hole this is. From my research online, and the photographs I've seen, this is a very accurate rendition of the Conservatory. Like I say, what a beautiful looking course. That's a good swing. Is the wind going to take us round enough? Oh, the winds took me round too much. I need a kick here. Think we're going to be in the water. Oh, that came up really short and went really left. The wind really moving me and holding me up there. So we're going to flop this from the heavy rough. Could be looking at our first bogey here. This isn't an easy shot. Is it going to check up? Oh, it didn't check up coming out the heavy rough. I got a 95% power when I tried to play 80% there. So we've got a 9-foot putt just to save par here. This is missable, down 2 inches. Turn, 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 turn. Oh, it didn't turn. Oh. And my character's animation there showing the frustration I feel because that did not turn like it suggested it would. But we'll take it on the chin. That one does turn. And we do pick up our first bogey off the round. I think that's our first bogey in a while. And we move back to 4 under par. Hole number 9, final hole of this Fantastic looking course, the Conservatory LiDAR. And it is playing par 5, 564 yards, stroke index 17, making it the second easiest hole in the course. But once again, what a stunning looking hole this is. It really, really is. So many bunkers here. Water's in play. And that looks like quite a tough pin location. So we've got an 8 mile per hour wind. It should move us round to the centre of the fairway here. This green should be easily reachable in 2. It's a great swing. Great tee shot. It's probably going to kick a little bit to the left here once it comes off this slope. There we go. But we should be looking to reach this with the 2 wood quite convincingly. 2 iron's not going to get us there, but the 2 wood is. Slope's going to take us left. We are going to loft this up and just hope that we can hold the green. I'm looking to use that slope there, but chances are we could be a bit too long. We might overshoot that slope. It's on the green. Wind should bring us back. Oh, it's a great strike just when I needed a great strike. I tell you what, this could be a really good shot. The slope is going to hold us up, so we are going to hold the green. And we are pin high. That is going to give us an opportunity for eagle here. What an approach shot that was. That was a fantastic golf shot. Let's see if we can back it up with a tricky 15-foot putt for the eagle. This one is going to turn to the left. It is downhill slightly. Is it going to turn? Is it going to turn? I've lost over. It does turn. And we do pick up an eagle there. We played that hole to perfection almost. And we moved to 6 under par through the front 9. So, hole number 10, par 5, playing 635 yards, stroke index 14. So we've got lots of variations here. We've got short par 4s, long par 4s, short par 5s, and long par 5s. But the course is just pure eye candy. For me, it plays really, really well as well. I've really enjoyed my first 9 holes here. This is certainly a course that I will revisit to play different pin locations. Nice work with the trees there also on the right hand side. We're swinging well. The wind's going to take us round. There's no way that we will be reaching this green in 2. I feel that the second shot, probably with a 2 wood or maybe 2 iron, is going to be a layup. Ooh, 2 wood's a bit risky. I think I'll come down to the hybrids here, and there's a reason why. You'll see that reason hopefully when this ball lands. I didn't use my 2 iron. I think I could have comfortably used my 2 iron, but I've deliberately left this so it's hopefully the gap wedge. Oh, it's lob wedge. Okay, we're a lot closer to the pin than what I imagined there, but we're bang on club here almost, so it was a good decision. Worked out. Just try to avoid a pitch shot there, which is 2 iron would have most definitely gave me. But this 9 mile per hour wind should hopefully move us to the left here, so we're aiming this down the right. It's a good strike. There's the wind taking us round. How's the yardage? This should bounce out well. Boom. Absolute fantastic shot. We've really been dialed into some of these pins today, and you are getting rewarded for good shots here. And we do pick up a birdie there. And we move to 7 under par here through the front, or should I say the first 10 holes. Hole number 11, par 4, playing 469 yards, stroke index 4. Looks like it's quite narrow fairways up here. And with these bunkers, this could be quite a challenging hole. I can see why it's playing stroke index 4. So we really need to get a good tee shot here. This 8 mile per hour wind should move us back. It's a good swing. There's the wind taking us round. Right into the centre of that fairway. It should kick to the left here. There we go. And we should be right in line with the flagstick to go and approach.
And from here, we're right around 170.
To approach your balls close to this pin as possible. Once again though, it looks like a challenging pin. So we're just applying a touch of draw here just to hopefully counteract the wind. I definitely want to be on the left-hand side of this flagstick. I really, really do. You're not going to see a cleaner strike in that. This could work out really well. Has it got the legs? Come on. The green should turn us towards this pin. That is a fantastic golf shot. De-lofted that another once, and that would have gave us a 4 to 5 foot putt for birdie. But we've got a tricky 11 foot putt for birdie here. The greens are challenging here. This is really going to turn aggressively to the right. Oh, we didn't allow enough. We did not allow enough.
All right, nice little 2-foot putt. Well done.
But Tom Watson, who obviously is an American golfing legend, he has designed quite a lot of courses. I think the first course he designed was the Ballybunion Golf Club in County Kerry, Ireland. I think he done a redesign of that. Obviously Kiowa Island. The links at Spanish Bay. Obviously the Conservatory, Hammock Beach Resorts, Palm Coast, Florida, which we're playing here. So this is a long par 3, this one. And I would say this course is certainly worthy of the PGA Tour. So 2 wood, hoping the wind holds us up here. I tell you what, I think we've played this quite well. This should have the legs to kick up this slope. Is it going to hold the green? No. Should turn back a little bit towards the pin. Reluctantly does.
Putting from around 16 feet out.
Once again, lots of variations in the par 3s. Majority of the par 3s have been long and quite tough. That looks like it could drop. Oh my goodness, where's the golfing gods? It lipped out. It lipped out. And we do manage to pick up our par there. So the par 3s have been relatively challenging. Each and every single one of them so far. But hole 13, par 4, playing 499 yards, stroke index 10. So this is a long par 4. But I really appreciate a good looking course, guys. One that's good in the eye, especially when it plays as well as this. And there is a fair challenge here. I'm swinging well. I'm playing well. We're unlucky with a few birdie opportunities as well. This 9 mile per hour diagonal wind should take us to the right here. So just setting us down the left hand side of the fairway. And I'm really going to let this wind do the work because I want to stay as close to this left part of the fairway as possible. We've played that well. Should kick forward. And that's really going to open up this green for us here. It's going to be a longer shot into this green. 6 iron, 10 mile per hour wind, up 11 feet. Once again, pin positions are very challenging here on pin set number 1 due to the design of the green. So once again, just using draw to counteract this wind, hopefully. I think we're going to come up a bit short here. I don't think we're going to make it up the hill, are we? Is it going to make it up the hill? I think it just did. Is it going to sit? Yeah, we did get up there. Would have liked it closer. It's going to leave us an uphill putt. Why, it's very rare the ball sits in the hole like that, on a slope like that. This is a makeable putt though. There's not too much break in this. I'm playing it firm just to hopefully take the break out of it. And we do pick up a birdie from 18 feet out there, uphill. Good putt. And we do move to 8 under par. So, hole 14, long par 4, playing 502 yards, stroke index 8. But each and every hole's got a very unique feel to it. But they all come together collectively. And this makes for a really good course, guys. If you've not yet played this one, you will not regret playing it. I guarantee it will be a course that you'll want to go and play other pin positions. This 9 mile per hour wind should hold us up here.
Nice swing.
Good swing. Be lucky to drive 290 yards here. Just came up short, 288. So we're really struggling to reach this green too. I'm really in between clubs here. I cannot use 2 wood. 2 iron, we're really going to have to de-loft here. I don't know if it's going to make it though. We might just come up short. It's a good strike. I don't think it's going to make it up this slope. This is going to leave us an awkward putt. It's going to come all the way off here and turn right. Is it going to hold the green? So we are on the green.
Alright, here we go.
But oh my goodness. 15. I'm not even thinking about putting this here, guys. So we're going to try and flop this. Get it as close as we can. And walk away with par here, hopefully. Tell you what, we have made a mess of that. How's that went so far? I lofted that up. 24 yards that went. I fully lofted it up. Playing into 11 mile per hour headwind. So this is a tough putt. Struggling to make par here. Needs to turn. Needs to turn. Oh, it does turn, but turns too much. So a lot of you will say, oh, early, that's what you get for flopping on the green or chipping on the green. It's not an illegal shot. It's a shot I do in real life. When I do get the chance to play it, it's a shot I actually play quite well. So with that bogey, we move back to 7 under par. Hole 15, short par 4, playing 376 yards. Stroke index 18, which is making this the easiest hole in the course. And what a beautiful looking hole it is. Once again, the lighting is fantastic. I keep saying it. Lighting can make or break a course. Tell you something, if we've got this double figure win behind us here, which we do, I reckon we could almost drive the green here. At worst, with a good tee shot, it's going to be a flop. I think we may just come up short. It's a great swing light. This should really kick forward for me. Oh, just landed in the heavy rough, but we do break out. Back onto the fairway. I was just looking to kick from the fairway there. We may have made the fringe if that was, but it's going to work out well. We've got a flop shot from 36 yards. Just de-lofting this Sam wedge. Hopefully land this 10 to 12 feet short of the pin and let it run up. Oh, that's a horrible swing. That's probably going to go off the green, is it? Almost. Just holds on. Horrible swing tempo. But we've got a makeable 11 footer. This one's just slightly turning. Just going to the edge of the cup here. Play it dead weight. And it should turn just like that into the heart of the cup. And we do fortunately manage to pick up a birdie there after a horrendous second shot. And we move back to 8 under par. 3 holes to play. Hole 16. Par 4 playing 414 yards. Stroke index 12. But this really is a beautiful looking course, guys. I really do enjoy LiDAR courses. And take nothing away from Major High here. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's easy to make a LiDAR course. Anyone can do it. It's not. Go and try it yourself. There's still a lot of work required. Like I say, I would estimate anything from 60 to 80 hours is still being put into designing this course with the help of LiDAR. It will be interesting if Major High does pop on to the channel. It'd be great to get his thoughts and let us know how much time he has actually invested in this course.
Looks like about 100 yards.
So 98 yards out, 12 mile per hour wind, up 6 feet. This is quite a tough shot because if I loft this up too much, it's going to come up short. If I don't loft it up enough, it's not going to get there with the wind. It should kick out firmly, but we've been just... That's a tough one. Ideally, I should have probably just played it the way it was. I lofted it up too much. Tricky putt from 18 feet here. This one's going to turn left. At least it's uphill. I need that to start to turn. I need it to start to turn. Oh, why? How many of them have we had this round where you think they're going to drop and just catch the lip of the cup? I think we've had 3 or 4 of them. So we could easily be way under double figures here. But this course does have a good challenge to it. Especially this back 9 where we've had double figure wins. But hole 17, par 3, 205 yards, stroke index 6. So the par 3s from these back tees, guys, are very, very long. Huge green to hit here, though. That wind's actually going to help me out. I'm going to come down to the 5 iron. And we're going to de-loft it to compensate for this wind. Can really attack this. Oh, that's a great strike. How's that? So I'm really amazed that that's came up as short as that. It's trickled on quite well. I fully expected that to carry another 6-7 yards than what it did. So a 40-foot putt. It is uphill. This one's got a fair amount of turn to the right here. This one's all on the weight. Tell you something, we haven't, have we? No, it's just going to turn off that last few feet.
Oh,
But it means we're going to pick up a solid par.
Not a long putt there. Well,
And we do remain at 8 under par with the final hole of the Conservatory LiDAR by major high coming up here. And it is a par 5. Playing 576 yards, stroke index 16. And what a beautiful hole to finish on. This truly is a beautiful looking course, guys. No one can deny that. I think it plays very, very well. I really like the way it plays. I like the layout of the course. I like the risk-reward aspect. Not seeing the clubhouse here. May have missed it. Not every course necessarily has the clubhouse on the 18th. So this 11 mile per hour wind should really move us to the left. It's a good swing. Would like to think that we can attack this green in 2 almost. It's a good bounce. We've nailed that 322 yards. Does 2 iron get here? Do you know what? I'm going with a 2 iron. I think 2 wood is just going to be too much. Oh, it's a beautiful strike. I'm really hoping the wind helps me out here. It's really moved me a lot more to the left than what we expected. Is it going to hold? Wow. I think that wind must have changed mid-flight. It's a couple of times today I've been caught out with the wind. We've got a flop shot though from the heavy rough. That one should work out really well. It has done. It's going to give us about a 6 to 7 foot putt for birdie.
9-footer here.
Could be missable. 9 foot, okay. We're further away than what I expected us to be. A little bit of turn in this one, nothing major. Just going to play it as dead weight. And it does turn into the cup. And we do pick up a birdie there and we do finish at 9 under. I think that's a 63. It is a 63. But what a fantastic course this is, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. For me, that is 100% a favourite and a 5-star. That is it for today's video, guys. Until the next video, take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.